Hi, welcome to this episode of Talk Nerdy TV. I'm Kyle the Iron Knight. Today I have my two guests.
Hi, I'm AJ Clayson with Aqua, that's AWQUA on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm the savage player that said nope at the end of Loot.
Lovely. Okay, so guys, we're going to talk about with the success of Mario, and rumors can't confirm at the time of filming that Legend of Zelda has been greenlit.
It has been.
It has?
Oh, you're saying it has been?
Rumors. I can't neither confirm nor deny. But if it is, are we getting the start of the MCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe?
I mean, it's starting to look like that. I mean, this Mario is at least a lot more successful than the original Mario.
We don't talk about that here.
But, I mean, honestly, so like the Boss Eating Insane situation, we don't talk about other Mario.
Oh, the 90s.
Yeah.
The 90s super campy, live action, post-apocalyptic Koopas with tiny heads thing.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, right. Okay.
But
it doesn't exist.
doesn't exist. There is no war in Boxing Say.
But there is!
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Anyways, I think for the first.
Where'd he go?
Don't worry about it. Okay. But I think we're getting the MCU.
The Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
And with the success of Mario, $1.2 billion is nothing to scoff at.
No, it's not.
Oh, hey, AJ.
Some earthbenders just took me away. Yeah, I was interrogated for 2 days.
Really? It's only been like 5 minutes.
Anyways, so what do you guys think? If they follow, we're going to judge this discussion on the MCU's phases. Like for me,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We've talked about this before, but I think that what they would do that would be smart is mimicking what Marvel did and creating phases similar to that, introducing the intergalactic characters like Samus, Metroid, and Star Fox after a certain point. We need
Phase
to go.
1 should be main terrestrial.
Well, I mean, Mario's our Captain America, right?
He's
our Iron Man.
He's not Iron Man. He started the
He's our Iron Man. So, I mean, our Captain America would most likely be
Link.
But
But not in the same order they did, because this is my order for the phase 1. Okay. And you can disagree with me, and I would love your thoughts on it. Okay. Mario, Legend of Zelda, and or you can go either way. Mario 2 or Luigi's Mansion, Kirby, and then Donkey Kong. Give Donkey Kong his own film, and then leading up to a Smash Brothers, and the guy who collects all of them to be Master
I
Hand.
think it could be like some kind of interdimensional species that could be just a glove, but it's got a face and it's super evil. He's collected all these guys to basically battle against each other.
Master Hand is the good one. Crazy Hand is the other one. Is the villain.
I'm still saying, I mean, like the hand is what you select everything within the game.
True.
So I'm saying, I think it'd be interesting to see something similar to like, well, they basically are put inside of an arena to fight each other, but then they gang up together to basically take on this baddie.
Basically, it's going to be kind of like probably like when all the like the in the Avengers when they're all together and that first team up you see in the movie where they're doing that cinematic.
I like that.
So like they're finally getting enough of the fighting and they're like, you're our target now, and they just do that.
The way I always thought about it was either being like Mortal Kombat where it's one-on-one fights, or they are a team still, but drop them into an arena like Hunger Games, and they have to deal with other either lesser known Nintendo characters or deal with villains that they've had in the past, like say bring in Wario and Waluigi.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like, imagine Link running into Waluigi thinking it's Mario, and Waluigi goes, well, BAM!
No, Wario.
Wario.
Or we have a run-in with Dark Link. No, that'd be like a later on film.
Yeah. But
you okay there, AJ?
Mario running into Dark Link.
Just Kyle's.
But
I think they're onto something here. I mean, and the success was good, but they were also very creative and original with the story.
Also,
it was outside of what we've known from the video games too. I mean, he hates mushrooms. That
was genius.
I think the whole thing was actually pretty fantastic.
Here's the thing, though. One thing the argument I keep hearing from people about Legend of Zelda is, "Oh, we can't make this. Link doesn't talk." Tell me how many times Mario talked in any of his games.
I mean, Donkey Kong doesn't talk, and most of the characters don't. The only one I can remember, Samus doesn't talk in most of her games, right?
As far as I know, in the games I played, she's never spoken. I could be wrong on other ones.
The only speaking Nintendo characters have been Star Fox,
and
right?
Mario, the only thing Mario goes is, "Woohoo!" or "Mamma Mia!" or "It's me, Mario."
Yeah, and on top of it, we keep forgetting that Nicolas Cage was just in a movie, Willy's Wonderland or whatever. I forget their actual name.
Knockoff of
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Doesn't say a word.
He doesn't say a word. He just does grunts and plays pinball.
And kicks animatronic ass.
Exactly.
So we can get a silent character, but no, Link will talk.
Well, most likely.
He does talk in Breath of the Wild. He doesn't say words, but they're
not audible. But
but you push buttons.
It's like Star Wars Old Republic.
Yeah.
Or not
the old Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. Thank you. But I mean, it doesn't mean that we can't get something that could carry a conversation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I had the dumbest comment from somebody I can't remember. It's somebody I don't like very much, but they were going on and on about how Zelda doesn't talk. I mean, Zelda is the main character. I'm like, do you mean Link? They said, yeah, the guy with the sword, Zelda. And I'm like, no.
Get out of my house.
No.
All right,
we're going off on a tangent.
Okay, no. Link is the boy. Zelda is the princess.
Yes. Zelda is the one who sends them on the mission. Link is the tool that she cons into doing the missions.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so back on track. I really do believe that they're on to something. Frankly, we could say anything we want to have it happen. I think leave them to their own devices. They already did great with one movie.
Oh yeah,
I mean they're screwing up. They're not screwing up. Like, in my opinion, I mean DC's had to reboot how many times?
DC's on its main reboot, but they tried to do in 3 movies what Marvel did in 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, it took Marvel a decade to get where they were at in their cinematic.
So what I've heard from the Flash movie is that it's actually been probably the best of the entire series next to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman gave us exactly what we had in Captain America, correct?
Oh yeah. And a little more fan service.
Go ahead.
Due to reasons I cannot talk about the Flash movie.
Okay.
Back to Nintendo. That's all I can say on that.
All I'm saying is that I think they've had an extraordinary start. What they need to do is invest the money they've made from this opening. I mean, what was it, 1.2 billion?
Yeah.
In its first 2 opening weeks. Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's huge for an animated.
I think it's the highest grossing animated film in history. I think
you're right. Because
I could be wrong. Go ahead and mock me in the comments if I am.
Yeah, but bank on that success.
Oh yeah.
Like, turn it into something else. Let's open up the doors for
do what Marvel did do, because before the MCU started, Iron Man was a C-lister.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Avengers as a whole were a C-list group of heroes. I mean, we were basically banking on the comics themselves. Marvel as a comic book company banked on X-Men and Spider-Man and stuff like that. The Avengers were like B-list, C-list characters, and they took probably the lowest selling, probably not the lowest selling,
some of the lowest selling characters. There was a point they were even thinking about shelving Iron Man.
Yeah, and then turned it, and then here comes Jon Favreau. Hold my beer. Yeah. I mean, he's done that with You can't make another great Christmas movie, Elf. You can't do a great comic book movie, Iron Man. You can't revitalize Star Wars, Mandalorian. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, and Nintendo is doing fantastic. Let's just.
And the fact that with the Marvel stuff is that Captain America was actually shelved. He wasn't in the comics for years. And that's when they brought him back. They're like, what do we do with this character that we haven't used since World War II?
Same with Iron Man. I mean, he has a rich background and a rich back history. There's a lot we don't know about these Nintendo characters. I think we're gonna have comics. We're gonna have books and things like that detail their histories, their childhoods, things like that, right?
More makeable.
So, we're going to take a moment, a word from our sponsor, and then we'll get right back to you.
Today's episode is brought to you by Patreon. Through your donations and help, we can increase the production value of this show, as well as unlock special behind-the-scenes footage and other fun things. Join us on Patreon.
Want to support us? There you go. But something I recently learned, Dr. Mario and Plumber Mario, not the same person.
So they're twins?
That part I don't know, but it is the third brother. But if you look at the movie, we now know why Papa Mario was so upset with his boys being plumbers. His other son's a doctor.
Wait, is that in the movie?
You never see Dr. Mario, but he does make a comment about the boys' choice of employment.
They're plumbers. Plumbers make buku bucks.
Yeah.
Yes, but when your other son's a doctor.
So I've known plumbers that make more than doctors.
But you know what I mean.
Yes.
Also, they're Italians. AJ, tell us about that.
You disappoint your family no matter what you do. So I'm a fairly successful chef, and I'm still a disappointment. Apparently, I need to get into the tech industry or be in construction or.
Join us for our other show for AJ therapy sessions.
Yeah.
But
I just sit and cry, curled up in the fetal position, and Kyle just says, "Grow up."
I can see that.
But no. Okay. So phase 1, terrestrial based.
Yeah.
Phase 2 is not get too far in this, but my favorite Nintendo games are Samus, not
Like
because
Metroid.
Yeah, not because of the Zero Suit.
Kyle, where'd you get the giant cannon?
Kyle's dating somebody really awesome.
I don't want to talk about it.
So actually, my biggest fond memory of Nintendo games, and I want to say, was it a Nintendo game first or a Game Boy game first? Was Metroid?
It's the same company.
Well, I know, but did it come out in Game Boy or anyway? I remember playing Metroid first, and then you beat the game, and she takes off her helmet. And you're like,
Wait, she's a girl?
It's a girl.
Yeah,
you had no idea.
Yeah,
And you had to beat it in a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember actually reading about that because it was all years after by the time I was born. Sorry.
You're youngin'.
Well,
I'm the old man here.
yeah, here, but
It's okay, AJ.
I remember people saying that they were freaking out like boys were all like, "She's a girl, she can't do this," and just like they stormed.
I was okay with it
All
Yeah,
right.
so was I, but
because she's in a bikini for the rest of the next playthrough.
I need to go back and play that game.
I know, right? But
Single
But
life
yeah,
is hard.
so we
people.
do Samus and we do her, or we cover her story. Make that sound a little more appropriate.
Oh, screw that. I mean,
Keep her in a put her in a zero suit. It's fine.
yeah.
Fan service.
She's completely covered.
No,
And you're gonna spend most of the game in armor, the movie in armor. anyways.
Although I actually do think that if or when they do the Samus story with the Metroid story, I say do the big reveal that it's a woman
for the non gamers.
for the people.
Here's the thing,
who,
though.
yeah.
I found this is. I'll put the pictures up, but I found some real cool fan made. It's Samus, but in the same art style as Illumination stuff.
Right.
Oh, nice.
But I say in the movie at the end reveal that it's a woman. You don't know until the end.
I would say yes and no on that one because
At least give us a surprise reveal somewhere.
not the end, but the beginning. The movie can begin with her on a bounty hunt.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it could be like the end of the first game when like the beginning of that movie could be the end of the game, and then it's a whole new story.
Actually, okay, on a small tangent there, I mean, are they going to go kind of realistic and like the early Samus stuff, like, going through the armor and then being able to break down into a ball, it's going to be painful? Or, I mean, like, I'm imagining like the early stages of testing on the suit.
I think something when it comes to situations like that, the rule of cool applies here.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many examples of that in today's cinema.
It doesn't matter if it's cool, it works.
All right.
Exactly.
But no, the way it begins with she's on a mission. She turns in the bounty. Someone makes a comment to her, and then she takes off in the go Iron Man style, but with the helmet. It's
something.
and reveals, oh, it's a woman, and then we get the either more likely go deal with the pirates. That being and that's our movie. Yep. And then we got another spacefaring group, Star Fox.
You mean Top Gun with furries?
Top Gun with furries.
I mean, are we wrong? Are we really wrong here?
I'm gonna put a laugh count on it.
You just say laugh count.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's going to be a whole new subsection of the furry groups that have different...
I blame you, Lola Bunny.
I mean, let's see here. It wasn't the first time. I mean, technically, Top Gun is just, I mean, we had SWAT Cats, which is... Which is basically furries as...
Here's the thing, though. We can probably... here's my tangent. We can all trace back the root of furries. Space Jam.
Yep. I remember the exact moment where I fell in love with her as a kid. Okay,
was it when she first walked in, or was it when she was?
It was after she kicked Bugs' ass,
or was it when she was walking at the end of the game and the shadow showed her figure?
I don't know. It was. I had mixed emotions. I was a child.
You're just learning what hormones are, and you're like, why am I feeling this way towards an anamorphic rabbit?
Yeah, it was weird.
Anyway.
But no, Star Fox. Star Fox can be Top Gun with a hint of Independence Day final battle.
What against the main spaceships?
Against the main villain of the games.
Well, I do remember.
Remind me. We only discovered the actual name of the aliens and the actual ships. They were
the Harvesters.
So
or they originally were called the Locusts.
Yeah.
But we learned those names in the second movie. Correct? Yeah. Okay, and then
In the I know in the Nintendo 64 version of Star Fox, the Monkey Emperor is a giant robotic head he has in the end, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember. I've never played.
It's been so long. We're talking about it. It's popping in my head.
Super Nintendo, then retranslated for the N64.
Yes.
And then I think they did something for one of the
GameCube.
GameCube.
That's when they had
Crystal. So it's disappeared since then.
That's when they brought Crystal in, and everybody was ripping on it, but all the people who were like, I like Crystal.
Who's Crystal?
Blue Fox Girl.
Oh.
There's a whole lore on that.
Here's a picture.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to make at least a joking reference to the fact that at least in the Super Nintendo version of the game with Star Fox, that they're always calling for your help, but they actually don't kill any of the enemies. You're the one doing all the freaking hard work.
But in this one, it's gonna they have body counts.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm sitting here going, I remember even as a kid, they're like, do a barrel roll. I'm like, shut up, I've got this.
Okay, anyways. We're actually running low on time.
Yeah, you're good.
That's our thoughts on possible MCU movies. Leave your thoughts. Thank you to you two for joining me today.
Anytime.
Find links below to their stuff, except him over there.
Oh,
not responding, not reviving, jackass.
What'd you do?
Oh, he went off to get a lunchbox, told me that's not a good idea. Landmine took him out, and I went, he has to be revived. I went, nope, and just kept walking.
You'll find a link to that video down below. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help us out, join us on Patreon. $1 a month can go a long way. And thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.